Whether you like it or not, Redsan was and is still the biggest dancehall artist in Kenya. He has managed to remain relevant as he has been doing music for over 25 years. And in case you're asking when he got into the music industry, it was around 1998. Where were you? Many Kenyans, and let me be specific, the millennials, remember Redsan because of songs like Calling Out, Leo Ni Leo, and Unbreakable. Baby girl, next to me, you make me shine. Say you clear, no waste my time. Speaking from me heart and mind. Girl, you stuck up. For Gen Zs, I believe they know songs like Shoulder Back, Touch Me There, and Better Than Most. And as a result of making these hits, he was signed by Sony in 2014 and went on to do collaborations with Nigerian artist Burna Boy, South African artist aka, as well as Ghanaian artist Stonebwoy. Kenyans want to know what happened to Redsan, so in this video, I will remind you and show you that Redsan is still alive and is releasing music. And you don't know because you're listening to Asake and saying Kenyan music is trash. Subscribe if you enjoyed this content, and remember to follow me on Instagram at ongori.reports. Some people claim that Redsan has never supported or mentored any young artists, and this is how Redsan responded.
Naambia muulize Redsan kama amesaidia msanii gani, you know.
Kwanza Redsan si UNICEF. Mnafahamu joke?
Oh God.
Yeah, wacha no, let me tell you the truth. No, it's the truth. Let me imekuwa trend sana for upcoming artists wakipiga ma legends wale wamekuwa juu na hiyo question, because legends wamekuwa wanaga answer. I think you know, it's not the first time. Hata last time tukiwa hapa Wesley asked me the same question. Red wasana kuuliza umeraise kina nani? Buda mimi nimeraise kina Mike Black na kina Prof. How many artists tumework now man? From nowhere. Unacheki na kuachilia waende vile wanaenda.
And to add to that, Redsan did not get free things when he was coming up. Before he released big hits like Julie, Nakutaka, and Touch, Redsan was a little known artist who struggled to get his music out there. To make it even worse, radio stations at that time, there was KBC and Capital FM, were not playing a lot of Kenyan music. Music studios were also few and expensive. There were few studios that used to record artists like Ted Josiah's studio, Sync Sound Studios, but it was closed down, and artists had to find other alternatives, but it was hard to find a good studio. According to Redsan, Ogopa DJs was the first music studio to take Kenyan music public, but Kenyans had not yet embraced the Kenyan sound, and even though artists were making good music, no one was interested in buying local content or playing Kenyan music. At one point, Redsan took his first single to Kiss FM when it was starting out, and they were not willing to play his music as they did not believe that it could sell. So he decided to do the job of selling his own music out of car trunks and doing free shows just to market his music. He even appeared on Mizizi on KBC television, which was one of the first shows to promote Kenyan local artists. Redsan was positive that his music would eventually sell, and that actually happened as he won the Star Search Challenge hosted at Carnival Discotheque in Nairobi in 1998. He went on to release his first album, Seasons of the Sun, in 2002 as part of the Ogopa DJs unit. The album had big songs like Julie and Waniparaha, which propelled him to fame in not just Kenya, but also other countries.
Ogopa 1 ikatoka compilation song number 1 Julie ndani.
Sawa.
No maana zingine zika sell radio stations on the capital nil. My interviews watu wakaanza kumove sasa.
He then embarked on his solo career and released his second album in 2004 under Southwest Records, which had other big songs like Malaika, Apakatwe, and Chicken. As a result of his hard work, Redsan rose and became the biggest name in dancehall music in Kenya and beyond. And more importantly, he managed to achieve longevity in a game where most of his rivals 𝙏𝙝𝙖𝙣. In 2006, Redsan released his third album, Pioneer, which had hit singles such as Kenyan and Touch. After the release of this album, he established his studio and label Dirty Sounds and signed several artists including Prof, whose debut single Nataka Nijue ruled the Kenyan charts for 6 weeks. Prof also did a second single called Data, which was a commercial success and topped various charts across East Africa. Now, one thing that stands out is his Jamaican accent. And where did he get this accent? And he grew up in Majengo. Now, according to Redsan, he grew up listening to a lot of reggae music and artists like Sean Paul and Beenie Man. And this greatly influenced his way of life and at the same time made him to grasp the Jamaican accent.
I grew up listening to reggae songs and dancehall music, and I'm a big Sean Paul and Beenie Man fan. So it kind of stuck with me. And you know, competing with these guys and getting into the genre, same genre where Sean Paul is and Beenie Man is, if you don't do it to their levels, then you don't get recognized. And that's the problem. So you just have to do it to that same level. There's no tricks around it.
Away from that, one of the most notable moments is in 2013 when he did a collabo with Jamaican artist DeMarco on the remix to his hit single 𝙏𝙠 𝙠. The song got a lot of airplay and widened his musical reach. And Redsan even said that he has performed in many international countries than any other artist in Kenya. He also got a great music deal with Pan-African music company Rockstar 4000. If you are following up on his musical journey, Redsan has been on and off. And let's talk about the year 2017, when fans really wondered and asked what had happened to Redsan, because he was not active and he seemed to have taken a break from releasing music. According to Redsan, lack of competition in the music industry made him to take a break. He added that every time he released a song, it became the biggest in the industry and there was no competition for him, so he decided to chill and do his work on the low. Redsan believes his competition are the likes of dancehall superstars like Pato Ranking and Burna Boy from Nigeria and Stonebwoy from Ghana. Another thing that might have led to his disappearance is that he got signed by Sony Global, so if you called him for a gig, the management bargaining terms were very high, and Kenyan promoters, as usual, are always unwilling to pay the price, so he prefers to perform outside the country. Now, one good thing about Redsan is that he's a supporter of Play Kenyan Music. He supports the policy that Kenyan music should be played 70%, and here's why. In the past, Redsan performed with P-Square when they were not even popular, but as we speak, Naija music has surpassed our music.
Why should Eric Omondi have to fight to get 75% content? Why should he have to go on a hunger strike in parliament? It's a conversation on a paper tu inafaa iwekwe na iende na ipitishwe because it's a Kenyan thing. Do you understand? Yeah.
Now, unlike other artists, Redsan is not a fan of chasing clout, but there's things that he has done, like slapping his producer in 2018. In a viral audio clip that surfaced online, Redsan allegedly attacked his producer Dr. Sapi after Sapi refused to release some songs which were supposed to be on his new album.
Shut up, Vixi. Unaniambia nini bwana buda? Nini mnaniambia? Niambia ni ujinga. Kama hamna heshima. Nakwambia tena Vixi, niambia tena. Hamna heshima nini? Niambie. Mimi nataka usimame, wewe ni mwanaume. Amka. Niambie ile tutafanya. Nionyeshe nini? Nionyesheni. Red bwana. Nionyeshe unataka sapi nakwambia nionyesheni. Nini wewe? Nini sapi?
However, Sapi came out and said that Redsan had not paid up for all the songs. As of today, Redsan is still making music, and I think he still needs to be celebrated, and one way to celebrate this legend is by watching and listening to his songs, and by that, you're supporting Kenyan music. Thanks for watching this video, and you can also support me by subscribing and following my page on Instagram at ongori.reports. Let's meet on the next video.